once again, welcome back to Minister Ivan's piano class. Now we are here to speak about one powerful tone settings that will help spice up your worship play. Okay, so let's move on. This is basically the tone, or the only tone I have seen that it can help you play strings plus maybe flute, or do those things together. Yeah, play strings and flute at the same time with your right and left hand working as if you are playing the normal strings. Yes, one person playing strings and flute at the same time. All right, so this is a very powerful tone settings that will help you, and when you are playing with this tone, it is very powerful. Trust me, it is very, very, very powerful. Now let's move on to the settings. You first get, when you are using PSR E463, this is the setting that you are going to get on the numbers. But when you are not using this keyboard too, you can just look for this tone anywhere on the keyboard that you are using. Okay, so let's go. Our first tone is strings, right? This is our first tone, that is strings, and it's 70. After setting the strings, you press the function button, then you want to cause a little bit release inside the strings. So you use it, you can use the live control for the sustain, but another way of using the sustain is this one. You look for M release, like this, M release, right? M release, then you can turn it, if you're using PSR E463, you can turn the M release to 114, right? 114, or anywhere. The M release is simply sustain. Look at when I remove it from the tone, this is how it sounds, you see. But when I put it on 114, it comes. All right, so after just setting your sustain on the M release, you have to add this powerful tone that will change everything. So you press on the dual like this. Yes, when you see that it has changed, yeah, dual is here. So when you see that it has changed, then you go to 204 on the keyboard, right? When you're using PSR E463, you go to 204, and the tone is TRMBNBND. That is trombone band, if I am right. That is what I call it, trombone band. Yes, that is 204. Then after you've looked for this one, that is the 204. After you've looked for this tone, then you add it by pressing just once on the dual button. All right, so first of all, you look for your strings. After getting the strings, you go to M volume, M release. Look for M release. That means main. M release means the main voice. The main voice is strings because it's the first one. So main voice released, and it is the sustain. Yes, after the M release, like if you find the M release, then you send it to 114. Yes, it will give you some sustain. Then after the sustain, you press hard. You press on the dual button, dual voice, until it changes. When it changes here, you look for 204. That is TRMBNBND. That is trombone band. That is how I call it. Then you add that tone. Now let's see the magic. Now, if you want, this is the strategy. When you are playing strings, one side of the strings that matters a lot is your bass side. Yes, you can't also be playing like bass guitar on the keyboard whilst playing strings. When you want to play powerful strings, sometimes you can add the bass, but most of times what you have to do is that you have to make sure it is not bass that you are playing, that one we use for praises, but it is bass that it sounds like strings. So what I thought of is that now I'm going to teach you this trick. You press on the split just as you did to the dual volume. When the split changes, you look for 188, 188, and it is bell pad. Bell pad, the tone that is called bell pad, it contains like a lot of bass in it. So you play that one, you use that one for the split, right? Split. So when after getting the bell pad, you press on the function button. Follow one by one, please. You press on the function button, then you get S voice. Then you press on the function button, you get S volume. Then you see the volume will be at somewhere 90 something. Then you let it come on 115. Yes, so that you can hear it because it's a different tone that you are going to add to your tones. Yes, so that you can get the bass very well. Yeah, so when you have the problem, when someone will say that whenever I play the strings, I can't hear the bass well. Yes, this is the solution to your problem. So after getting this, then you press here, this one. Yeah, you press here, you get S pan, you press here. You see, you are looking for S octave. The S octave should be at 0. The S octave should be on 0. And M octave 2 should be on 0. The D octave 2 should be on 0. After you have gotten all of this, you press on the split just once, and you have this powerful tone, right? Because when you remove everything from it, and it's left with only the strings, this is how it sounds. But when we add the split, this is how it sounds. You see, you can hear the bass very well. You can choose to use earpin and you can hear the bass very well. Then you add your dual. That is going to do the magic. Now, let's go. So let me choose any song. Okay, let me try playing Ekueme, right? So you see how it sounds. You can play this at any time. Yeah, you can play strings plus flute at the same time, and it is very sweet. You can use it maybe when someone is singing. Oh, in Biaranti Sawo Tisawo Yesu Christo Yetivia. That's all. All right, so this is the tone that is a powerful, very powerful tone that you can use for playing strings and flute at the same time. God bless you. My number is 0541931255. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. I promise you that we will be very consistent for you this time. And you see, we are still honoring our promises. Now, I am going to give you one promise. There is something big that is coming on this platform, so never miss it. We are going to start teaching voice training here. So those of you organists or wherever you are, you desire the gift of singing, you want to sing, yeah, this is your time. Just subscribe. We are going to start a voice training on this page as soon as possible, and you see, we take it from scratch, then you start singing like a pro. God bless you. Let's meet in our next video.